Well, good news to report. A Marine veteran has found his service dog after he went missing overnight. The dog is named Raider. He was found and taken to the Utah Vet Center in Midvale. That's the veterinary center. Fox 13's Scott McCain was there as Raider and his owner reunited.
Reunited, and it definitely felt so good, especially for Chris Gallagher being reunited this morning with his service dog Raider.
Where have you been? Where'd you go? You scared me so bad.
The former U.S. Marine sergeant and his service dog back together after a long sleepless night, especially for Chris. Now, he's a veteran who served more than 7 years with the Corps, including several tours of duty in Afghanistan. He says Raider over the past year or so has been invaluable with the sometimes difficult transition back to civilian life. Chris and his family were actually heading back home to Washington State after attending Marine promotion and retirement ceremonies just last weekend at Camp Pendleton in Southern California. Well, they decided to rest for the evening and spend the night at the Discovery Inn here in Midvale. And Chris says while he was playing with Raider, he opened the door and the dog suddenly took off. Now, Chris says he searched all night and even contacted Fox 13 News about what happened.
I kind of need you, you big door.
Fortunately, as we discovered, Raider didn't go very far, right next door to the Utah Veterinary Clinic. They kept him safe and sound overnight, saw our story, and were able to get Chris and Raider back together again this morning.
Having him with me side by side, it makes me more confident and strong and more like the sergeant of Marines that I once was.
One of our receptionists asked me, do you know if there's a, service dog downstairs? And I went to our ICU and checked, and sure enough, there was. So I contacted your news department because you guys had just left. And they gave me his contact information, so I called him, and he was so excited, and he was here probably within 5 minutes.
Chris, as you can see, overjoyed to have Raider back. Ironically, he says he drove and walked around this building several times throughout the evening last night, but never thought to knock on the door. He and his family now heading back to Washington State along with Raider, and he wanted to thank everyone here in Utah for their support. Meanwhile, the folks here at the veterinary clinic say this is a timely reminder for pet owners to take advantage of all the technology, including dog tags and microchips, to make sure if you ever do lose your pet, you'll be able to find them quickly. In Midvale, Scott McCain, Fox 13 News, Utah.